everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute beaded keychain. So this is made using cubic right angle weave, and I'm going to show you how to do that weave and also how to do it with this stripy pattern. So traditionally it looks like this, just plain, and you can see the little groups of 4 really nicely. And then it obviously looks quite different when you do a stripy pattern. So I'm going to show you how to achieve that today. And I'm also going to show you how to then turn it into a keyring. So I've already laid out all my colours, as you can see. So to make one of these, you're going to need at least 2 colours to create your stripes, but you can do as many as you want. So these are all the colours that I've picked. So I'm doing size 11 seed beads. You can do this with size 15, size 11, size 8 or size 6. It's obviously going to increase quite a bit in size the bigger you go with your beads. You're going to need a size 12 beading needle if you're using size 11 seed beads, and some beading thread, and I'm going to put the amount of thread you're going to need to make this sized keychain in the description down below, because I'm working it out as I go. So once I've finished this, I'll be able to tell you how much I ended up using. So look in the description box below to see exactly how much thread you're going to need. And then you'll need a keyring attachment, so whatever kind that is that you prefer. I've just got this clip. I got a big pack, multicoloured pack of these from Amazon, I think. Just big lobster clasps. So that's what I'm going to use for that, and that is everything. So the colours that I've used, I'll try and tell you as many of them as possible. I don't have, some of them are quite old beads from my stash and I don't have the exact names anymore. This one on the end here is Miyuki, and this is galvanised light champagne. Next along we've also got Miyuki, this is luminous flamingo. And then another Miyuki, this is 1471. It's like a dark teal. The next one along I don't have the name for, it's a transparent topaz, and it's the medium topaz, and it's not got any rainbow finish on it, it's just transparent topaz, and that was a Preciosa bead. This next one also Preciosa, this is a chalk finish RC504, really nice bright like turquoise colour. I don't have a name or anything for this one, but this was Miyuki and it's a bright copper. I think that's probably what it was called. Next I have, this is Preciosa, this is transparent brown. That's that one. Then this one, I don't have a colour for this, and I'm not sure why, because this is quite a new one, but it's a Toho, and it's topaz. I don't know if you can see this, a transparent topaz, and it's coral lined. It was in one of my recent hauls, so I'm not sure what happened to the label on that one. This one again, this is Preciosa. It is, I think, called Latte Pearl, and it was from Spellbound. They do a cappuccino pearl and a latte pearl, and I think this was latte. And then finally on the end I've got Miyuki transparent teal. Love this bead. So they're all the colours that I'm using if you wanted to do a similar colour scheme. And let's get started. So you're going to start with your first colour. So you want to lay your beads out in the order that you want your stripes to go. So if you're just doing 2, just keep switching between the 2, but I've got quite a few colours, so just lay them out in the order of your stripes. Starting with colour 1, you're going to pick up 4 of those, slide them down onto your thread. You'll leave 5 or 6 inches just so you've got enough to kind of weave back in at the end, and then come around and through the first bead to bring it into that little right angle weave unit of 4. So now we're going to start going 3D. So this is where the stripes come into it. So you're going to pick up 3 beads, you're going to pick up 1 of colour 2, colour 3 and colour 2. So your colour 3 might be a different colour, it might be back to your first colour, but doing colour 3. So alternating like that. Then you're going to come back into this bead that you're coming out of, but on the opposite side to where your working thread's coming out. Pull that through. So you have this. Now you're going to move around through the next bead in that original group of 4. And then picking up 2 beads this time, one of your second colour, one of your third colour, in that order. Coming out of here, you're going to come down through this side bead in the previous group, back through the one you're coming out of. Now moving around through the next bead in the original group. Same again, pick up one of your second colour, one of your third colour, down through the previous group of 4, through the side bead and through the one you're coming out of. So now you have this, moving this time through the next and final bead that's not got any beads attached to it in that original group of 4 and up through the side bead on the first unit you created. Pull that tight and the sides should shoot up like this. Then picking up just one this time and one of your third colour, down through the one on the side over here, across through the one on the bottom. I do have an in-depth tutorial on how to do cubic right angle weave if you need a bit more guidance, and then come and try it with the pattern. Coming out of here, you're going to go up through the one on the other side. So now we have this. Coming out of here, I'm going to move through all 4 of those teal beads on the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull it really tight. Oops. So we have this right now. I'm just going to continue building upwards. So moving along to your next 2 colours you're going to work with, so picking up one of your first, one of your second and one of your first. Go back into the bead you're coming out of on the opposite side and through the next one in that group of 4 that we're working with. Pull it through. So you have your first right angle unit. Picking up one of your first colour, one of your second colour. Going down through that bead on the side of the previous unit, back through the bead you're coming out of already and round through the next one in the group of 4. Same again, picking up one of that first colour, one of that second colour, down through the side bead of the previous unit, back through the bead you're already coming out of. Now you're going to go across through this one on the bottom, the last one in that group of 4, and up through the one on the side of that first unit. Now you just need to add that last bead of your second colour that we're working with, down through the one on the side of the other side, across through the one on the bottom, up through the one on the other side and up into the first bead on the top. Now circle through all 4 of those beads to bring them together. So we have this. So I'm going to show you one more time and then you can go ahead and keep repeating it. So moving on to your next 2 colours, whether that's just the same colours again and again, but I'm just going to refer to them as the next, like colour 1 and colour 2 of the 2 that we're working with. So picking up 1 of 1, 1 of 2 and 1 of 1. So colour 1, colour 2, colour 1. Back into the bead you're coming out of on the opposite side and through the next one in the group of 4. pick up colour 1, colour 2 in that order, down through the side bead, the colour 1 bead of the previous group, back through the one we're coming out of, and through the next one in the group of 4. Picking up a colour 1 and a colour 2, down through the one on the side of the previous unit, across through the one you're coming out of. So we now have 3 beads, 3 sides assembled, across through this one on the bottom and up through the first side bead on the other side. Now adding 1 colour 2 bead, going down through the side bead on the opposite side, back through the one on the bottom, up through the one on the side and across through one on the top. And then you can join those 4 together by going through all 4 of those beads. And now you're ready to carry on with your next 2 colours. So that is basically how you make the stripes. So go ahead now and keep going. So you want to keep going until you've got about 15 centimetres of beadwork, and then, or you know, any length that you want your keychain to be, so keep folding it around and see if it's the length that you want. But for this particular one, 15 centimetres, and then I'll show you how to join it all together. Okay, so once you've got to the length that we need for the keyring, should be coming out of one of your beads here on the end. Just going to fold it in half and do it so that the bead that you're coming out of is on the inside rather than this outside. So you want to be on this inside, so if you are on the outside, just flip it around so you're coming out of a bead on the inside as you hold them together like this. And you need to find the matching bead on the other end, so this one right next to the one you're coming out of. So the 2 side beads, the one on the left of this one and the one on the right of this one. Oh, other way around. The one on the right of this one and the one on the left of this one, sorry. So going crossing down through this one and then back through that first one on the other side. So those 2 beads are joined together. Go through that again. So down through this one, up through this one, and I'm going to do it one more time so it's really secure. Okay, now from this bead here, I'm going to weave across through this bead on the top of that last unit of 4 and down through the one on the side. So now I'm on the outside edge, and then I'm going to pick up 8 beads. So I just go along my row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slide those down, and you also want to pick up your keyring attachment, and then we're going to go into the matching bead on the other side, so this other end through this far side bead. So we're coming out the bottom of this side, so you want to go up through the bottom of that side, pull that through. I'm just going to turn it around. So we have this. Now from here you're going to go straight back up and through all 8 of those beads. Make sure you go through the keyring finding as well. So through all 8 of those, and then you want to attach it to that bead on the other side that it's already attached to, but you want to go into the side that it's not yet attached to. So it's attached on this side, you want to go through the other side. Pull that nice and tight. So you have this. Just turned it around again, and I'm just going to go all the way back up through all 8 of those beads again, through the keyring hook and back into the bead on the other end, and then I'm going to do it one more time. This is just making sure this part's really secure, because this is obviously the part that the keyring is attached to, and it's going to get a lot of like movement and strain on it, so you just want to go through that several times until you're happy that that feels really secure, and then weave back into that bead on the top. Okay, and then once you've done that, then you're going to just weave down the side of the piece, going down and then across, down and then across through a bead, whichever direction it is. So once you've weaved down a little way, you can tie a knot. So taking your needle underneath the threads that connect the bead that you're coming out of to the next one, pull that through till you get a loop and go up through the loop twice, pulling it slowly tight, and then carrying on moving down and across through the beads before tying several more knots. And then once you've tied as many knots as you want, make sure you weave away from that final knot before you cut your thread. And then what you want to do is take your needle and thread it onto this tail thread, which is up here at the top, weave down into the side and do the same thing before cutting off that thread as well. So once you've cut off your threads, that is your keychain all finished. So I think this one turned out really cute. I'm really loving these colours. I think I'm going to do a necklace that I did in, showed you how to do this stitch previously. I think I'm going to do a necklace using all these colours because I just love, especially the transparent browns and the topazes. Really nice. And this is the other one. I like both of these colours. Both kind of summery, but not like in your face summery. And I also did this one, which was going to be a gift, and I just added some extra charms in the middle, but this is the, I did keep it right angle weave, but I didn't do the stripes. I just did a mix and picked up the mix randomly, and then after every 4 units I swapped, carrying on with the exact same stitch, just swap into a bigger triangle bead. So that's how I did that one. And then I just added charms in the middle. So a really easy way to add charms from this is to come out of these beads that you connected it to, add the charm, and then back through the other one. So I did one on each side to make this one, which is very cute. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and you're able to make one of these. Please send a picture to me if you do at Beading by Hannah on Facebook or Instagram. I'd love to see what colours you do and what stripes. You could do like the same colour for a few rows and then a different colour and then the same colour for a few rows, like do different thickness of stripes as well. But yeah, I'd love to see, so don't forget to send me any pictures of finished items and follow me over there. You can comment down below anything else you'd like to see, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed to see more of my videos, and you can become a member to get early access to my future videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.